Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here, doing an individual zodiac sign reading. This one is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. And all that stuff that I say about planets and stuff there is, if you aren't aware, you have a natal chart, a birth chart, which is the map of the constellations the moment you were born. If you have the exact time you were born, don't guess at it. If you don't know, 12 noon, but you can go and Google free natal chart, and web results will spit out a bunch, and choose one, and then you go and you plug in all that information about yourself, including what city, state, and time you were born. 12 noon. If you don't know, don't guess at it. Excuse me. But it's really kind of cool to see how the other constellations influence your personality, and how you take on obstacles and on your life path, and all those different energies, and how they influence you. I am an Aquarius sun, but I'm a Leo rising, and I've been way more identifying with my my rising sign for the past 3 months or so, because that's kind of like your soul zodiac sign, in a way. So yeah, it's really kind of interesting and cool if you want to go check that out. So again, this one is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North Node. If your heart is always going to be your best guide. If there's something in the message that's resonating with you, then good, it's for you. If it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, spit it out. Move on. No big deal. So Spirit, what messages do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Spirit, what messages do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What messages do we have for Virgo? Spirit. Alright, that feels good. Thank you in advance. And 8 of Cups in the current energy. Queen of Pentacles. Heart space, Emperor. Seven of Swords. Possible outcome, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. And underlying energy, 10 of Pentacles, which you might not be aware of also. 9 of Swords, Knight of Rods. So, underlying energy, really, Virgo, this is you wanting to have relationships and a home and a career and something that you really built up and you're proud of, and it's sustainable, but what's in the way are 9 swords. This is 9 swords. So there's something that you're thinking that isn't really serving you well. It's like you're passionately looking at your thoughts. You're giving your thoughts too much thought, and it's what's the block to getting this thing manifesting. In your current energy, this queen has taken a very hard look at her emotions, and she is moving away from something that is no longer serving her. She has put in all that she can put in, and she's ready to go. She's ready for 10 Pentacles. But then we get to the heart space, and there's that thought. There's these thoughts. You're thinking too much. This is a Virgo who is way overthinking. And it's leading to some self-deception, and it's leading to this Emperor just kind of, none shall pass. This queen wants to go, but he won't let her go. He's in the heart, and it's causing some mindfuckery here. The self-deceptive, there's that over here, there's that block with the 2 swords that get left behind. Every time that you feel like, you're cutting you're cutting corners here, Virgo. You're sugarcoating your own behaviors and what your part is on things. So in your possible outcome, this is Spirit asking you to get real clear. Offer yourself honesty, open-mindedness, willingness. The page is willing. The page says, I don't know how, but I'm gonna. Maybe I ought to think a little bit more on what it means to not allow myself to cut corners. What am I doing that is not kind, loving, and caring to self? Because involving other people in this deceptiveness is going to just keep that cycle going. When we are self-deceptive, we're going to be deceptive to everyone around us too. But we are none the wiser. We're the ones that are the fools, because most people either, one, don't care, or two, are just as self-deceptive as you are. So wanting to have all these beautiful things in our future, there's the block. There's more blocks, mental blocks. You're allowing yourself, you're lying to yourself. You're kidding yourself. And in the future, in your possible outcome, Spirit is saying, quit lying to yourself. To have relationships and career and home and family that love and care and support, you have to be all those things for yourself. And it comes with being brutally honest about what you're doing and how you're doing it and what you're aligning with. What positive things are you aligning with? If you're constantly in a negative state of mind, that might be a good place to start. Constantly hating what you're doing, well, stop doing it. If you're constantly complaining, if you complain whether you get what you want, complain whether you don't get what you want, quit complaining. That's the only other common denominator there. This self-deceptive nature isn't fooling anyone, because all the people that you surround yourself are just as self-deceptive as you. And any part of what you would want to ask for their help for, they're just as disingenuous as you. So you've surrounded yourself with people just as self-deceptive and disingenuous as you are. So 10 of Pentacles will always be in that block. You have to start really putting your own boot in your butt, and not allowing yourself to kid yourself, because you're just going to sit in the cycle of feeling like, how do I get there? Well, yeah, by being emotionally bankrupt. Well, you have to go off to heal. There's some healing that has to take place here. There's some real self-reflection that needs to go on so that you can become real clear about how you're being so self-deceptive. You're blowing smoke up your own butt. But Spirit is saying all is not lost. You can be honest with yourself. Nobody else is required for you to sit and be self-reflective and honest with yourself. Nobody else is. You might have some amends to make. You might have some apologies to give. First, you got to start with yourself. All right, Virgo, I hope this has helped. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.